Alright, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. This time I'm going to be talking exclusively about black metal acts from Germany and Austria. I don't remember what that region of the world is called. I know it's like Central Europe or some shit, but like, I don't know, back when they had like Saxons and Gauls, I don't know. I'll probably just call it Germanic, and it's probably wrong, but whatever. So, I got a little stack of CDs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 CDs and an LP. I will not be including like Poland and stuff in this, because I can do a whole video on Poland itself. Speaking of Polish black metal, we're listening to the greatest black metal EP of all time. You can see the cover right there, you know what it is. If you know what it is, I love you. It's Spectres of Transylvania by Cult de Ghoul. Great black metal. So, I'm just going to start off with the LP, just because, why the hell not, because there's only one of them. This first one is a band called Essens from Germany. They are a blackened doom metal band. I just showed this LP in my Hell's Headbangers unboxing, but here is the album cover. This is a great sounding album. This is gargantuan sounding. Essens is a fairly new band. I believe this record came out in 2015. It's their second full length. Oh no, this is 2012. Okay, I am a retard. Don't mind my incompetence, but this is a Svart pressing, Svart Records press. Here's all the lyrics. I mostly know this for the music. I don't know the band very well itself. It was actually a blind buy, and I'm very, very glad that I got it. He who wants to be born must destroy a world. A little quote there. Their hideous, hideous logo. Also comes with a poster that I'm not going to show if you want to see this thing in grave detail. Oh, I'm going to show you the record at least. I don't want to be a dick. If you want to see this thing in grave detail, watch my Hell's Headbangers unboxing. But yeah, this is a great blackened doom album. This album leans a lot more on the doom side than the black metal side, as like Nort would mix funeral doom and regular black metal. This mixes traditional doom and stoner more into black metal, which is a very strange sound to me, at least, to hear stoner metal, which is a pretty upbeat, you know, happy and fun time kind of metal, and then you got stuff like black metal, and it's just a whole new maniacal atmosphere, because there's little bits of funeral doom in here. I mean, there's a couple like really drawn out notes, some really noisy elements. This is a very, very good album. If you like doom metal, you would like this a lot, and this actually could be a really good transition to black metal, because it's more based in doom than it is black. But it's a killer album. I would really check this out. The album is called Essens, or the band is Essens, E-S-S-E-N-Z, and Mundas Lumen. Great release. Yeah, I would check this out any way you can. I'm going to attempt to put this back in this plastic sleeve, because I don't want to let it get dinged up. This one's a gatefold, and it's super tight in here. Wink. See that? But yeah, Essens. Next, okay, I'm gonna do an Austrian band now. Yeah, I'll do the Austrian band. This is a really, really good album by a band that I was not familiar with until I got this CD. I got this in a trade. It was like a blind trade with one of my friends. This is Resurrection of the Cult by Stormknot. This is an Austrian black metal band. Very old school sounding. Very, very cool. Whoa, that was scary. God, I forgot that's broken. This is a really awesome record. I would recommend this to fans of Judas Iscariot. Nobody mentioned them on like the the Metal Archives page that this sounds like Judas Iscariot. I saw Sacramentum and Dissection. I don't hear that. I hear serious Judas Iscariot worship, mixed with obviously like little elements of Watain and I could see a little bit of dissection, but no Sacramento at all. This is a killer album. If you've never heard Stormnut, I would really advise you to check this out. If you like good black metal, it's very simplistic. There's a couple of songs that have shrieks rather than black metal wretch screams, which is very cool to hear. You know, that kind of Burzum-esque scream. That's another thing that reminds me of Judas Iscariot. I don't really think too much of that shriek when I think of Judas Iscariot, but Stormnut does it, and it's got that simplistic, repetitious riffing style, couple of riffs a song, and they're pretty good length. Very good album. I would check this out if you have never heard Stormnut. Next, I'll go German this time. This is a really raw band. Oh, I'm retarded. I forgot one upstairs. Hold that thought. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry. Here we are. I have another CD that I've missed, so. This is Moonblood's Supreme Black Forces of Human Steel. I forgot this upstairs, which is where my CDs are. The first half of this is The Taste Our German Steel. I believe that's a record. Could be a demo, I don't remember. And part 2 is We're at War, and I'm pretty sure that is their half of a split. Everybody knows Moonblood, but I felt as if I'm gonna make a record about German black metal, I can't leave Moonblood out, you know? This is a killer band. Everybody knows them. It's that really raw, abrasive style of black metal, but it's like coherently raw, and that's what I like so much about Moonblood. So if you don't know Moonblood, you're doing something wrong. You need to check it out. Alright, next, back to Austria. I'm just going to mention both of these albums. This is another band that everybody already knows, but I feel like I should talk about them. I mean, Austria and everything. This is Blood Magic Necromance and Bondage Goat Zombie by Belphegor. Belphegor, black and death metal from Austria. They used to be a lot more barbaric than they are. These two albums are not the most barbaric that they could be. Very generic lyrically. Satan, you know, ritualistic imagery. Very cool stuff if you like that whole thing. I'm sure everybody who likes Belphegor knows what I'm talking about. I'm a big fan of these guys. I've heard people describe them as Behemoth without the teeth. I think they're a whole other beast. Behemoth is a different sound. This is a lot more death metal based, and Behemoth is a lot more based in, like, soundscape. I don't really want to say soundscape, but, like, they're more blackened. A lot more blackened than this. This has blackened elements. I don't hear as much black metal anymore in these ones as like they used to have. But it's a solid act. Everybody knows Belphegor. If you don't, get on it immediately. Next, German black metal. What I was mentioning before I left. This is really raw black metal. This is Necrofrost with Black Eon Light Harvest. This album itself is extremely raw and aggressive black metal. It's got the photo of Saturn eating his son that I've seen in quite a few different things. Yeah, this is really raw, slightly punkish black metal. They're from Germany. This is out on Misanthropic Propaganda Records. This is, or I don't know if that's I think that's a distribution, not a record label. But Necrofrost is extremely raw and abrasive black metal. And if you don't know anything about these guys, I didn't before I got the CD, I would check this out. This is definitely like in vein of Moonblood in a sense, but it's also got some feeling of punk rock in it that I think could be pretty welcoming to a lot of the modern black metal fans. So yeah, if you like raw black metal, I mean, if you like Drowning in the Light, you'll probably like this. That some of that punky stuff that he does on like mid-era albums, you could dig this. Next, I'll do one more German one and then an Austrian one, and then I'll end with a German one. This one is a great, great album that I've only seen 2 or 3 people actually talk about. This is Melancholy Part 2 by Cold World. Apparently this was done when the guy was really young. Like, I don't know. I think this is like when he was like 20 or something, and the one before was like 17 or 16. And this is some really depressing black metal. This is super melancholic and really hazy. More sort of like Velvet Cocoon, but less hazy than that. More on the melancholic side, you know, kind of like somewhere caught between Velvet Cocoon and Mutilation. I could definitely see you getting into this if you like that sort of style, you know, like Forgotten Tomb, stuff like that. I would definitely advise you to check out Cold World. I've seen Desi Wood show it, and I saw Canyon Bickle show this. Yeah, keyboard heavy, hazy as hell, raw-ish, hazy black metal. If you like Burzum, you'll like this. Check out Cold World. Next, how do you make a video about Austrian black metal and not mention this? This is Stronghold by Summoning. It's the only Summoning CD I own. I mean, I have a couple of the tapes, but I didn't feel like bringing tapes down too. Mostly because I didn't even think of it. I think I have Minas Morgul on tape and one more on tape. I don't remember. But, yeah, this is probably my favorite Summoning album. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This album has a whole different feeling to it than a lot of the other albums. This, what is that song? The Rotting Horse on the Deadly Ground is my favorite track on here. So that's probably my favorite Summoning track, period. Everybody knows Summoning. Everybody knows their epic, bombastic, keyboard-heavy sound that's been done countless times by bands attempting to sound this great. But people don't really seem to keep up with it. So I would check out Stronghold by Summoning. And the last one is one of my favorite German black metal acts. This album in itself is not very black metal at all, but this is... I can't even read it. But it's Venericate. Venericate is a very consistent band. Their stuff's pretty expensive. It's like $35 for a CD. I didn't pay that much for this. I paid like $8 for this, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah, this is really keyboard-based, ambient-esque black metal. More on the keyboard and ambient side than anything else. At least this album specifically. This is a very tranquil album, very beautiful. There's clean vocals. It's not nearly as dark-sounding as it looks. It's tranquil. It's like, just a great, great album. I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with Venericate to some extent, but if not, I would check it out. If you like bands like Passage to Hiver and stuff like that in Dark Space, a lot less dark than those, more along the lines of Passage to Hiver, I would definitely check out Venericate. Burzum, all the obvious ambient bands, but like, Venericate is high-quality German black metal ambient. So that's it for this video. I appreciate everybody who gave me some video ideas. I will definitely be getting around and doing a couple of like covers and stuff sometime in the near future. So yeah, give me a country. I'll do some stuff on it if I have any. Keep it greasy.